Boakey, congratulations, captain for a third year. Must be a massive honour for you.
Yeah, it is a huge honour again, taking on the role. And but for me, I'm just fortunate enough to have a great leadership group again. And there's been a new addition this year with Ollie and Loeb stepping up as well to the vice captain with Ebo. So I'm very fortunate to be in the position and have the great support of those guys. And we're looking forward to another great year ahead.
Can you tell us a bit about Lobe and why he steps up to the vice captain, obviously on field Lobe?
Yeah, he is, and he's certainly one that myself and Ebo went to a lot. His voice and he just demands a lot of players, and you've probably heard a lot about what he does behind the scenes and for his game. For ruckman, they usually take a while to come on, and Loeb's has just put in the hard work, and he just sets the standard off the field, and our young guys can look up to him and just say that's what you need to do to become a good footballer. And I've seen over the last couple of years he's really elevated his game, and it's down to that hard work, and that's what we want from our leaders to show the young guys the way. And that's why he stepped up, and how he trains and directs has been fantastic as well.
So his elevation, is that more a tick of approval for him specifically, or is it that you guys identified a need for another deputy? Or how did that work?
No, it's more about Loebs and what he's what he's done over the last couple of years, and a big tick for what he's been able to do and been able to achieve. And certainly he deserves it more than anyone, and that's why he's elevated himself to the vice captaincy with Ebo.
And Ollie's insertion into the group, it's only his third year.
Yeah.
In the AFL. What sort of potential does that give?
Yeah, it's scary to think what he can become, and not only the player, but as we're seeing now, the leadership he can bring. And he's stepped straight in and been so demanding of others, and it doesn't matter who it is. If we're at a stoppage and I'm not in the right spot, he'll tell me what to do, and that's credit to him, and what he's been able to do, and he thoroughly deserves the leadership spot, and we're looking forward to him coming in and hopefully learning a bit too while being in the group. And his game won't change at all. He'll continue to stand up on game day and lead from the front.
Have you seen anything like such maturity from such an inexperienced player, really?
Oh, probably not. Since I've been at the club, and it's just a credit to him, credit to his family, and the person he is. As soon as he stepped in these doors, you knew that he was a quality person, and that's credit to the club and Parks and these guys for recruiting these sort of players that come in, and Ollie's certainly one of them, and he showed that he's such a quality footballer but a quality person as well, and he's going to be a great fit for our leadership group.
How's Chad Wingard tracking along? Obviously had that bit of a knee thing. Is he tracking along okay?
Yeah, he's he's starting to do a lot more now, and obviously there was a little mishap there with the knee, but look, it was just a minor surgery for him, and he won't have too much setback. He'll probably be out for a little bit longer, and then hopefully come in for some games, and then hopefully right for round one, because obviously he's a quality player, but just a minor setback.
Let's go back to Ollie again. What's he like behind closed doors? I mean, we see what he's like on the field, but what sort of person is he?
Yeah, he's probably got both sides to him. Where on the field he's probably a scary sort of bloke. You don't want to run into him, but then off the field he can be he loves to have a laugh, and quite enjoyable person, which is great to have, and you need those people around the club. And he's one that will do everything to improve his game, to improve others. He'll work harder than anyone at the club, but when the time's there to enjoy yourself and have a laugh, he'll switch off and enjoy it. He loves his he loves his river and getting out on the wakeboard and these sort of things, and he's a great person to be around, and as I said, that's what we want at this club, is great people, and he's a really enjoyable kid to have around, and loves to laugh, but when it comes down to business, he'll be there, and he'll be the first one to put his head over the ball.
So it's the full package.
Full package, yeah. He's a pretty special kid, and he's still got plenty to learn.
He's slimmed down a bit. I mean, what sort of improvement have you seen from him this pre-season?
I think just his running abilities, gone to another level, which is what we needed from our whole group again, and Ollie's certainly set the standard right from Dubai. He's constantly checking his numbers, because that's one area he wanted to improve in, and he's got the inside and outside. If you want to be a good player these days, you've got to have be able to win your own ball inside, but also outside, and that's where Ollie's really learning his game, and he just wants to improve. Like the rest of our group, we need to improve. And he's certainly setting the standard with that.
And Montfrey's dropping out. He's obviously got a bit on his plate this year. Is that much to do with dropping dropping out of leadership?
More so with the injury. You hear the hip surgery at the end of the year, and he's got to try and focus and get back from that. And I think just with his age as well, he's starting to get a little bit older in footy terms, and wanted to give someone else a bit of a go, which is credit to the person Gus is. But for that, I'll still lean on Gussie in games and around the club as a leader, because we've got some senior guys around the club that are still going to be leaders. Kane's still been there for years. Alberton, Schulte, these sort of guys, and Gussie's another one. He might step out of the leadership group, but he's still going to be a leader around the club, and we'll still lean on him for stuff.
Fair to say that when you took over the captaincy, it seemed to improve you as a player. Is that same thinking? Does that come across with Lovey and the other guys? Do you think that will fast track them?
Yeah, it's different. For different people, it can be a burden, and for others, they just embrace it, and that's what we want it to be. You don't want leadership to be a burden on anyone, and I think you're carrying extra baggage. And we think that the leaders that we've got see it as they embrace it and just see it as another challenge and just take it on. And I think we've seen that with Lobes over the last couple of years. He just loves it, and Ebo's another one, and hopefully it'll be the same for Ollie. It's just. You can see that from these guys when they first come into the club. It doesn't change your game, when you're coming into the leadership group. You just got to keep doing the same things that have got you there, and we don't ask too much more. Just to keep doing what you're doing, but set the standard, and they've really enjoyed the challenge.
Just on Brent Riley, obviously from a rival club, that you guys must feel for him after that training mishap.
Yeah, certainly. Obviously we don't know the full extent and the full details, but our thoughts go out to Brent and his family, and you don't want to hear that sort of stuff happen. And certainly our thoughts from the playing group and the whole club go out to Brent Riley and his whole family.
Last one from me. The club's had a couple of pretty good years. The expectation that comes with it.
Yep.
Is it something you talk about?
Oh, look, we're putting big expectations on ourselves, certainly, internally, and we can't control what happens outside. And for us, we know we need to get better. And last year it wasn't good enough. We fell short, and we just simply weren't good enough. And so we set about pretty much straight away after the game that we need to improve again. And that started with our off season, and it really did show that for our guys to come back in the shape they did, they were ready to improve again. And we're putting big expectations on ourselves internally. We know that we need to improve to beat the best, and that's the way we're training, that's the way we're preparing. Everything we're doing, whether it be in the gym, whether it be in the craft, whether it's out on the training track, we need to get better, and that's where it starts. We can't control too much about what happens outside in the talk, but we can control how we improve and how we play.
What areas were you not good enough in, do you think?
Look, it's probably a wide array of things that happen. I think most of our stuff is right up there with the best, whether it's our offence and our defence. But you just need to tinker with these little things to make sure you're right up there at the end of the season. And we've gone away. Our coaches have gone away to tinker with little things in our game plan to make sure we can match it with the best. And I won't go into too much detail about it, but. We're making sure that everything we do out on the track is improving. We're challenging ourselves every time.